came out here on the Relocation Act, and there were 60,000 Native students and young people that they were moving out into the major cities because our parents were all in the boarding schools. So we were the next generation that they were going to go ahead and push out into the cities. And that was just to assimilate us and acculturate us into the mainstream of American society, so to do away with the Indian problem, so-called Indian problem. And by 1968, I was in the first Native American student into the UC Berkeley system. My father was the chairman of our tribes at that time, and so I always learned from him, and he was fighting against the Termination Act, Public Law 280, and the Indian Land Claims Act. In our prayers, we always pray for our ancestors because they're our foundation. And right here on Alcatraz, we heard of the prophecy. When the Hopis came out, they saw where the tree of life had been cut at the base, and that's when things were very desolate for everyone. Then there was these little roots that were coming up from the base of that tree that were being nourished by the underground foundation. And then they looked at the lines that were around that tree where those roots were coming off. They couldn't really interpret it, what that meant, until Alcatraz happened, and then they knew that it was the young people that were being nourished by the underground roots that were coming back to bring back that spirituality. It took all of us to do what we did back in 1969, and we were all students. The reason why we wanted to come out here and do the occupation was because of the treaty violations and to get land back. That's why we're on the island. It was federal property that the government didn't want anymore, and it was federal Indian law as well as in all the treaties that if we claimed that land, we could get it back. And it was happening everywhere throughout the country. People were getting arrested because the state didn't want to uphold the treaty rights. We had just tremendous support. There were telegrams going to Washington, D.C., to give the island back. And we had the state of California passed a resolution to give Alcatraz to the Indians. It was really an amazing time. In America, there was only 1% of the population of Native American people still alive. Didn't have a voice. We still don't have a voice. And that's why we took Alcatraz. We wanted to be able to tell the truth and have a voice. It's the only time that we have to get it back because Chuck Sams is the new NPS director, and Deb Holland is the Secretary of Interior, and Biden is there. So it's the only chance we have is now. Once we lose them, we lose an opportunity. So we have requested to give, at least allow us to have our cultural center here on the island so that we can share something good, and support all the natives, the local natives, because we've been so broken up and assimilated and colonized. That's why we wanted to have our cultural center here, because whenever we talk, it comes from our heart and our soul and comes through our mouth, comes out in sound, and then the light picks it up and takes it to the plants and the animals, and they receive it, and that's how we keep balance for land and life.